All right. Save the troubles our men's team has had when it comes to soccer. The women's team USA is looking to repeat as champions. Now, the winning team could pocket up to $4 million. So this isn't the chump change or no change it used to be. DLE Agency founder Doug Eldridge with us now. Well, something's changed. Doug, what's going on?
Well, what an exciting time. 24 countries, 552 players. It's a neat time for soccer fans around the world, but especially here at home. The U.S. women's national team is really something special. 3 World Cup titles, 4 Olympic gold medals, the top-ranked team in the world 10 out of the last 11 years, and they're responsible for the single most viewed soccer game in U.S. history, between 23 and 25 million viewers. So they really stand a class apart in their own right. But en route to their 4th title this month in France, I think the biggest hurdle and the biggest challenge they're going to face, ironically, is off the field, and that's in the court of law and the court of public opinion, for sure. So
they're the odds-on favorite. That is the U.S. women's team, right?
Sure, yes.
All right. So do you agree with that they should be?
100%. I think you have the U.S. women. I think you have Germany hot on their heels. I think we're going to see those 2 lock horns late in tournament play. I do think the U.S. team is the favorites. I hope, as a fan, as an agent, as a fan, and as an American, maybe not in that order. Of course, I want to see them win. I want to see them plow through the competition. I don't want any match to be even close. I just hope they're not distracted by some of the pending litigation that was put in place in March of earlier this year.
What was that litigation?
Well, let's unpack it. So in 2016, they filed an EEOC claim indicating gender-based discrimination on the part of the U.S. Soccer Federation. The U.S. Soccer Federation governs the U.S. women's national team and the men's national team. The EEOC filing was really just a requisite administrative step in order to be able to file a federal claim citing the gender-based pay discrepancy, or rather discrimination. But 2 things are important from the outset, 2 distinctions. Number 1, discrepancy is not tantamount to discrimination. You know that, I know that, but we're starting to hear those 2 things used interchangeably, and that's concerning. And the second thing that we need to distinguish is the domestic pool versus the global pool. And let me unpack that for a second, because you teased it in your intro. In the global pool, the Men's World Cup last year in 2018 generated $6 billion in revenue. The players took a 7% pool of $400 million. It's a plumb line, Neil. The player pool drops directly down from the revenue. 1 year later, the women's tournament is expected to generate $131 million in revenue. They're going to take close to 22% at $30 million, with the winner taking 4. Now, from a number standpoint, a pure balance sheet, there seems to be equality in the context of a revenue generation model. The issue, and I'm taking the long way to get to the destination, the issue is on the domestic side, and that's what I alluded to. Because the United States women's national team filed in federal court this claim of gender-based pay discrepancy, or excuse me, discrimination, based on a variety of factors, primarily circling pay, travel, and training. They claim we're a heck of a lot better than the men are. Our results are better, our revenue's better, our TV's better, our sponsorship is better, and so we should be paid commensurate. It should be, we suggest, revenue sharing. Ironically, the U.S. Soccer Federation is going to be taking a market realities defense, which says, hey, we're a product of the broader soccer, the global market. There's a massive discrepancy, so how can we justify the revenue sharing? The suit is interesting in and of itself, right? They filed under the 1963 Equal Pay Act, which says you have to have equal pay for equal work, and Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act, which says you can never discriminate regarding pay on the sheer basis of sex alone. What this is ultimately going to force, because they're requesting a jury trial, and I'll get to that in a second, because this really is that intersection that we talk about of the court of law and the court of public opinion. What they're trying to force is a jury trial with extensive discovery, and really the U.S. Soccer Federation having to really air out their books and how that math, the market realities as they put it, is actually calculated. I think this is really a very strategic way to force a settlement, which is smart on their part. And what I said a moment ago is I hope this doesn't distract their focus. We want to see them dominate in World Cup.
And we hope they do. We hope they will. We shall see. Doug, thank you very, very much.